What a game between the Utah Jazz and the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know if my heart can take it with these games. These teams are well matched, and it's a lot of fun. This is the Hoops Nerd post-game show. Let's talk about it. Obviously, if you're a Clippers fan, you're not feeling the same thing as if you're a Jazz fan, although both sides went through the gamut with this one. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Clippers first. The talent on the Los Angeles Clippers is apparent. They have basically the prototypical players that you would want in an NBA playoff game. You have two wings that are big, long, defend, and then can go get theirs on the offensive end. And you know what? It works against a lot of teams, but you know what? Utah has answers for it. The Clippers are going to have to figure out some way to get more out of their guys to beat the Jazz than what they're getting, because the Jazz are throwing players at them that can guard them. The Jazz have size to go at these guys. And I know some of that is because of Mike Conley being out, and it's kind of this weird benefit in some ways on the defensive end. So tonight, Kawhi Leonard, solid night, but 21 points on 47% shooting from the field and 2 for 4 from 3 with 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. He was a -8 for the game. That's 2 games in a row now that the Jazz have really held Kawhi Leonard in check. Like, he had a solid night, but 21 points from Kawhi is not winning you playoff games. At least in the second and third, in the Western Conference Finals and beyond. You need more from that guy, or at least more from the guys around him. Tonight, Kawhi Leonard gives you that. You then from Paul George, who played 43 minutes, by the way. Welcome to the channel, Oliver. Mina Gray, welcome to the channel. My soul, welcome to the channel. My soul is hurting a little bit. Aaron Durrell, welcome. Goku San, welcome to the channel, my friend. Tonight, Paul George, 8 for 18 from the field, 44%, 9 for 9 from the free throw line with 10 rebounds, 27 points, but he was a -12. What that tells me is that the Jazz starters were fantastic in this one. They were great. And, you can't fault Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. You could argue that those are solid performances, but it's just not enough. I mean, you had a big night from Reggie Jackson, and at one point late in the game, the Clippers went up 2 because Reggie Jackson was the leading scorer for the Clippers. 29 points for Reggie Jackson. He had actually a monster night. 11 for 19 from the field. He was 50% from 3. He was actually really solid for them. Really solid. Offensively, at least. Key himself, $2. Why play Oni over Urson? Imagine if we had Mike. I thought Oni played some pretty good minutes. I actually think some of those numbers with Kawhi in them and not being super nuclear is Oni in the first half was really good. And I have to be honest, I would have rather played Oni at this point. I'd rather play Mie Oni than George Niang. The George Niang minutes were rough. And you guys know, I loved me George Niang. I love me some George Niang. But when he misses 3 3-pointers, has like 2 turnovers like he did, and just, yeah, I'd rather have a big, long, athletic athlete in Mie Oni who can guard Kawhi and Paul George. It's just someone you can throw at them. Robert Hall, 199, 6-0. Donovan tied with Michael Jordan for points. Yes. He's mini Jordan for the Jazz. He really is, guys. He's fantastic. But that's really the story of this game for the Clippers is Reggie Jackson was just fantastic. 29 points, like we said. He was hitting big-time shots. 4 for 8 from 3. It was the Reggie Jackson game if you're a Clippers fan. But some guys that really... Marcus Morris has been played off the floor in this series. They played... I can't remember if Morris started, but they had Reggie Jackson, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac starting. I can't remember if Morris started. I don't know if he did. I can't remember. Oh, or no, Batum didn't start. I can't remember. I don't know. But Morris tonight was 0 for 5 from 3. Man, Rudy Gobert had some closeouts on him that were tremendous. Tremendous. But 4 for 11 from the field for Morris. 10 rebounds, but just 8 points, a -8. That 0 for 5 from 3 is rough, and you'll probably see him play a little better as the series goes, maybe hit some shots that he missed tonight. But, man, the Jazz really have played him well. I mean, he just was pissed because the Jazz just played him well. There's no other way around it. Just fantastic stuff from Utah on him. Key himself, $2. Manscaped can help PG-13 because he has no balls. Well, maybe that means they can't. But Manscaped can help anyone with promo code HoopsNerd20. Thank you, Key, for making sure we talk about the sponsor, my friend. Marcus Morris is being played off the floor in the series. He's becoming unplayable. You didn't see a lot of Patrick Beverley last game, but he did play in this one. Beverley had some up and down moments where he had the steal and things like that. 1 assist, 2 steals, but he was also 0 for 5 from the field and 0 for 2 from 3. I'll take Patrick Beverley playing in this series, I guess, because he can't really create his own shot, and he's not a hard guard, you know? So he's going to give trouble to Mitchell a little bit on the other end. But then, honestly, Mitchell can rest, and with Mitchell's ankle or leg or whatever's going on with him struggling, I'm good with Beverley being on the floor if I'm the Jazz, because that gives that's moments of rest for Utah. Batum played 27 minutes tonight. He was actually a +7, 2 for 4, 2 for 3 from 3. Batum actually had a quietly pretty solid night when you look at the numbers. DeMarcus Cousins had, that run in with Rudy Gobert because Rudy Gobert dominated him. I'm sorry. DeMarcus Cousins just can't hang with Rudy Gobert. I don't know if you're the Clippers, if DeMarcus Cousins is going to see the floor the rest of the series. Last game, you had the Luke Kennard game. Tonight, it was Reggie Jackson. Luke Kennard came in tonight, 1 for 1 from 3, so he hit 1 shot, and that was about it. He was -1. He cannot guard Donovan Mitchell, and that's really the story of this game is Donovan Mitchell. But before we talk about them, Levon Panhurst, $4.99. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Playoff piece stinks. Hope Spite is okay. Rudy equals amazing, and our bench, aside from flamethrower, equals doo-doo. Yeah, and part of that, Levon, you're correct. Also, I agree with you, Playoff P. Although, you know what's frustrating is they let Paul George do whatever he wants with his arms when he's driving to the hoop. He gets to do whatever he wants, and apparently that is just accepted. I don't understand the challenge that they upheld where Quinn challenged the push-off on Favors. They said he was out of bad defensive position. I actually don't know what that means. I don't understand. I'm at a loss. I guess someone who's smarter about basketball could explain it. To me, it's wild. I mean, he honestly is just allowed to put his arms on people and do whatever he wants, and it's crazy. I don't understand. Jordan Crabtree, 445. Thank you with the Spida emoji and the trophy emoji. The James emojis are here, and if you only get them if you're part of the channel, Jordan, and they look nice. The Spida emoji is legit and looks great, and I appreciate you for using it and being a member of the channel. Bogey is the Kawhi stopper. We're going to talk about that. You are correct, Preston, and thank you, sir, for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Bogey defense. I mean, defensive stopper Bogey? Did anyone expect that? My goodness. Zintas, $10. Sir, you are incredible. I actually felt bad. I think when I was thanking you last video, my audio cut out. So I just want to say thank you, Zintas. This is the sign for Zintas for the X, baby. X marks the spot with Zintas. Congrats, Rudy, for 3-time DPOY. Absolutely. And he was the DPOY tonight. It's become a Rudy Gobert. It's become the Rudy Gobert series. This is the series where the legend of Rudy Gobert grows. He's becoming a Hall of Famer before our eyes, Zintas. You're completely correct in everything else you say. And I apologize for last game, but you're incredible. Thank you, Zintas. I appreciate you so much. And all the members and all of you who are watching right now live. All right, we're done talking about the Clippers, even though we ended up talking about the Jazz anyway. But the Clippers are great. They lost 2-0 Jazz. It's going back to LA. It's going to be interesting. We'll see how they adjust. But there's not a lot of answers the Clippers had tonight. All right, it's that time. Before we talk about the Jazz, we're going to talk about Manscaped, Manscaped's lawnmower, and all the stuff Manscaped. Father's Day is coming, and the weather is catching heat. Whether you have a dad bod or rocking a six-pack, make sure you and your dad are smelling nice and shaved where it matters most. That's right. Make your dad proud this year and get him and yourself the Manscaped Lawnmower 4.0. It's fantastic. I assure you, it's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic. And the refined cologne by Manscaped. I might be getting one. They're sending me a package, guys. I'll put my cologne on and I'll let you know how it smells. I wish there was smell-o-vision. I could just spray you with the cologne. Brand newer, let's see. And the refined cologne by Manscaped. By the way, there's other products that Manscaped does. They have like an ear trimmer. They have boxers, these boxer briefs, and they are honestly, they are so comfortable. I actually use them as workouts too. They are phenomenal. I am not lying. I'm not going to lie. They are so comfy. Those Manscaped boxers are great. Go check them out. Cologne by Manscaped, the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. I'm holding it correctly. And refined cologne is perfect for you and the dad in your life to complete your grooming game. That's right. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code HoopsNerd20. Remember, HoopsNerd20 at manscaped.com. Let's see. Don't read the ones they tell me not to read. It also gives you the ability to turn the 4000K LED spotlight on and off when needed for a more precise shave. And it's waterproof. You can now shave your balls in the dark, the shower, or anywhere your heart desires. It's actually incredible, guys. You get in the shower. It is waterproof. This little light right here, it turns on. I should go get, it's in my bathroom right now. I literally keep it in the shower because I cut my hair with it in the shower. I cut other hair with it in the shower. Down in the groinal area, if that's a word. But anyways, the light, when you're in the shower, when it's dark in there, lights it up. It's a spotlight for your manliness. So go figure it out, all right? Go get one. Figure it out by going to manscaped.com, typing in HoopsNerd20, and you'll get yourself a 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HoopsNerd20. That's 20. Don't forget that you came from your dad's balls. This year, show your original home some love. Manscaped. I don't read these reads before I do the show, so we are just going. All right, let's talk about the Jazz of Utah. But before we do, we got more donations. You guys are incredible. Key himself, $2. The best Jazz is played at night. Suns better hide. That's right. By the way, can Denver win a couple games so the Jazz can get a little rest after they sweep the Clippers, please? Thank you, Key. I appreciate you so much. $2. Nate Larson, $4.99. Thank you, sir. Nate, I appreciate you so much. Bogey guarding Kawhi like I would against my big bro Ryan. Shout out to you guarding Ryan. Ryan doesn't got a chance against Nate. That's right. We know who the real brother is. The younger brother who rose up against Nate. Nate rose up against Ryan. We got to get our characters correct. Support the channel, Ryan. Get on the chats. That's right. That's right, Ryan. You going to let Nate outshine you? $4.99. Kyler Johnston, welcome to Rookie. We got a rookie with potential. Going to be in Summer League, working your way up, Kyler. Welcome to the channel, Kyler. All right. Oh, finally, Vincent Leos, $10. Thank you, Vincent. I appreciate it. We easily could have won 3 awards this season had Mitchell played the whole season. I agree. Mitchell would have been all NBA. He should be. And he did miss some games, so that's going to hurt him. But Donovan Mitchell has been an absolute electric superstar in the playoffs. He has not lost in the playoffs yet. He is looking like the absolute star that Jazz fans know. Every national out there who doubts him, every national who doubts Rudy Gobert is being shown incorrect. And it's just incredibly satisfying to see Donovan Mitchell just show up. He's an absolute warrior. Absolute dominant star. But thank you, Vincent. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You're incredible. Thank you, sir. All right, let's just start. Let's not bury the lead. Tonight, number one talking point is Donovan Spida Mitchell, superstar, incredible mini Jordan, just dominating performance on the offensive end tonight. Donovan Mitchell was 51% from the field, 50% from 3. He only took 2 free throws tonight, which is probably a sign that he's probably laboring a little bit. 37 points. He was an absolute star. 4 assists. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's just nowhere in the media narrative at this point that you can't consider Donovan without putting him in the elite of the league. He is phenomenal. He is turning into the Damian Lillard of the Utah Jazz. He absolutely is. To me, he's Dwayne Wade. He really is. He just finds a way to score, and he's doing it with incredible efficiency. The fact that he does this in the playoffs is remarkable. There's just no other way to put it. He is out of his mind. He is scoring, and he's doing this with, probably at what, 90-95%. He's playing at a slower pace, which in some ways might be helping him. He's seeing the floor, making decisions, and making the right ones. And he's just hitting shots. Like the shot making from Donovan Mitchell is unbelievable. Unbelievable. No Mike Conley tonight, by the way. Kyler Johnston, $5. Thank you, Kyler. Can we give Bogey some love? Yes, we will give Bogey some love. Believe me. He is becoming a great defender. I haven't seen anyone D-up Kawhi like that in the playoffs ever. I mean, it's true. Kyler, you speak the truth. This is what we speak on this channel is truth. Kyler speaking truth. I'm going to say truth 3 more times, probably by the end of this thought. But Kyler is correct. Bojan Bogdanovic has been remarkable. That defense at the end was just spectacular. There's no other way to put it. Spectacular. And that was after turning his ankle by a cheap shot DeMarcus Cousins. Amazing. The one thing before, and you know what? Let's just talk about Bojan. Why not? Who cares? Bojan Bogdanovic tonight was a monster. He was 5 for 8 from the field, 3 for 5 from 3, 60%. He's just hitting that shot. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 16 points. He was a +6 for the game. He was a big time contributor. What's interesting is Donovan Mitchell was a -2. So there were times where that run that the Clippers were on the floor, Donovan Mitchell was on the floor. Oh my goodness, there are some interesting numbers tonight. But Bojan Bogdanovic is absolutely showing why if he had been in the Denver series. Thank you, Jameson. Thank you, Marius. Oh, we get these in a clump. If he had been against Denver, Jazz would have been in the second round, and who knows what would have happened last playoffs. With the way Bogey's playing right now, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. His shot making, but then you combine the stuff outside of the shooting, which is what you expect from Bojan, is the incredible shooting, but just his defense. He's been incredible. And this is, if you're a Clipper fan, you got to be a little scared here because you've got Bojan Bogdanovic who's able to use his size because, Bojan's not going to do this against like a Damian Lillard or, Ja Morant or guys like that. He's just not quick enough. But Royce O'Neal and Bojan Bogdanovic are big bodies. And Bojan's going out in there and he's playing with fire. Absolute fire. And it's impressive. And not just using a big body, but he's using his strength well. And they're bodying up Kawhi and Paul George. Kawhi has just not been a huge factor in the series. He just hasn't. Bogey and Royce O'Neal deserve incredible credit, and I just did not see this type of defense from Bojan. Before the series started, I thought we were gonna have like bad Bojan moments. I thought we were gonna have like, Shaqtin' a Fool stuff. Well, thank you, Thomas. Welcome to the channel. And it's been the opposite. He's been phenomenal he's been a 3-and-D wing, unbelievable with handle. And then he'll make he made like 2 or 3 little fadeaway little 10-footers in the lane. Remarkable stuff from Bojan. You just can't say enough about Bojan Bogdanovic and what he's doing for the Jazz. One thing, and I forgot to mention it with Donovan Mitchell and Bojan, here's a good thing to talk about, is the Jazz have something to figure out with the zone. For some reason, that zone the Clippers ran just absolutely put a wrench in the Jazz's system. It just locked things up. And Utah's got to adjust to that. And I don't know if it was just like shell shock, but Quinn called a timeout. They just never really quite figured it out. They're going to have to talk about that and figure that out between game 2 and 3 because that zone shut things down. And maybe, I'm guessing the Utah's going to prepare for that and they're going to do shoot arounds and run throughs and stuff and try to figure it out. But they got to make better decisions because it locked them up. And some of it's just like, something like that can just trigger a run. The Clippers were always going to go on a run. To think that the Clippers wouldn't make a run is, not realistic. But Utah could have played that zone a little better. They just made bad decisions. They've got to know what to do in the situation. And that's not all on Quinn. The players got to make the choices on the floor at times. And you guys know that I'm probably harder on Quinn than most Jazz fans. In the end, it's the players on the floor that have to make better moves and decisions. And sometimes maybe that's too much. Maybe Donovan's in the second half, he's just a little tired and he is laboring with some sort of leg thing. Chance the Great, $4.99, sir. Thank you so much. Joe Ingles torching the team that cut him. Gotta love it. I agree. Big Joe Ingles night tonight. Joe Ingles has been having a rough playoffs for most of it. I think he's had a couple pretty good games, but he's had 3 or 4 real stinkers in terms of shooting. Tonight, Joe Ingles was as much a part of the win as anybody. He hit monster shots. Joe Ingles, if this is the Joe Ingles the Jazz get the rest of the series and the playoffs, whoo, it's a good sign for Utah. But thank you, Chance the Great. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it a ton. Kyler Johnston upgraded membership to starter. Looks like Kyler Johnston showed out big time in Summer League like Donovan Mitchell did. He's now a rotation guy hitting threes, D'ing up Kawhi with the starters. Kyler, thank you, sir. Thank you. Robert Hall, $4.99. Thank you, Robert, my dude. Donovan said in post-interview that he's fine, FYI. National starting to attach super to star. Nobody's saying all-star anymore. No, you're completely right, Robert. Oh, you're completely correct, Robert. Thank you for the comment. I wanted to read... you're right. Donovan said, I'm fine. He said it hurt, but I'm good. Donovan Mitchell is a freaking warrior. That guy is going to play. You can bet. And I think that hopefully Mike Conley can come back and maybe Donovan can play a little more off of Mike Conley and maybe be a little bit more of like a spot up shooter to try to take a little bit more pressure off of his body so he can, it's rough. You've got to figure out how to heal as you go. This is the playoffs. This is where legends are made, It's brutal. It's rough. It's how it goes. This is how you got to win. You got to be a warrior. And Donovan Mitchell is an absolute beast warrior, taking it to the Clippers. The guy is, you can just feel it. I love this quote from Tim McMahon after the game. He said, I got hit. Donovan Mitchell said this. I got hit and it hurt, but I'm fine now. I walked in here. I can sprint for you if you want me to. Stuff happens. He didn't say stuff, but we're a friendly family channel. Donovan Mitchell is an absolute beast. Anyone who questions his heart and toughness is not familiar with Donovan Mitchell. There's a lot of people that just don't understand how good Donovan Mitchell is. It's nice to see how he's showing out. JT Wardell, JT Buckets Wardell, $5. Thank you, sir. With the ite emoji and the spite emoji. We got to get more We've unlocked more emojis. We've got more members. I've got to get more, you guys. Maybe let me know in the comments or on the, maybe I'll ask on the channel community page which emojis you want to add, but we got to get new ones. Kyler Johnston, $5. Donovan making his case for GOAT to wear a Jazz jersey. He might be. If they win a title this year, guess what? Donovan and Rudy are the best tandem the Jazz have ever had. They're both going to be Hall of Famers. Donovan Mitchell's on a Hall of Fame track right now. He just is. Rudy Gobert is going to be a Hall of Famer. You got 2 Hall of Famers on the Jazz, and that's what it takes to win a title, bro. That's what it takes. I'm kind of just realizing this right now. Kyler, you're exploding my mind with inspiration. The Jazz have 2 Hall of Famers on their team. They've surrounded 2 Hall of Famers with 40% three-point shooters. This is a team that can win the title. It absolutely is. They need to be healthy. And guess what? The Nets are really good. It's probably going to be the Nets in the finals. And they're incredible. But this Jazz team is incredible too. And people are finding out. Now, there's 2 more games against the Clippers, and you're probably facing the Suns in the Western Conference Finals, and the Suns are tough. So we'll see. But this Jazz team is really good. They might be the best team in the league. Very much possibility. I mean, they did have the best record in the league. I know people on the national scene don't want to talk about that. They think that the Jazz just accidentally had the best record in the league somehow, without an All-NBA, with Rudy Gobert, a 3rd-team All-NBA, and Donovan Mitchell can't make All-NBA. I don't know how you win the best record in the league without 2 All-NBA guys, but that's apparently the logic of the ESPN National Ringer, all these guys. That's, I don't understand. I don't know how they get to those. They just don't. They're just not familiar. They're just not. Key himself, $2, 525 watching, only 50 likes. Come on, hit the like. Yes, smash the like. We've got 573 on my screen, 584. We're going bigger, to the moon. But anyways, yes, I lost my train of thought, but thank you, Key. $2. I appreciate it. You're the man, Key. Justin Ty H, $4.99, was at the game and just got home. What a fun night. Go Jazz. Good job, Justin Ty. Justin Ty H, you guys in the crowd, by the way, if you're someone who's listening right now, coming home from the game or whatever, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself like a facial caress to congratulate yourself. Do this or pet your hand or something like that. You did a good job. You did a good job cheering for the Jazz of Utah. You did a great job. That crowd was phenomenal. And you carried that Jazz team. And you insulted playoff push-off P really well. You did. You made DeMarcus Cousins angry. Good job. You did your work. You were the 12th man or whatever, the 6th, 7th man or the 6th sense or loud crowd, whatever. You did a good job. The other guy we got to talk about, the Jazz do not win. Well, we talked about him already. Joe Ingles was phenomenal. Let's just quickly cover him. We've already talked about it a little bit, but Joe Ingles had a big night. Joe Ingles was plus 21 in this game. Joe Ingles was masterful. Joe Ingles had the best game he's had all playoffs. 7 for 10 from the field, 4 for 7 from 3. Finally made up. The shooting touch came back with a vengeance. He had 19 points, 4 assists. He was phenomenal, and a plus 21. A plus 21 in the 3-point game. Joe Ingles was massive tonight. Massive, massive, massive. 32 minutes. That was the Joe Ingles game. It really was. The other game it was 26 minutes for Jordan J.C. Clarkson. He was 9 for 15 from the field, 6 for 9 from 3. Nice. Nice. That is 66%. Actually, that's scary. We don't say that. And then 24 points. 24 points for Jordan Clarkson. And I'm not even going to pay attention to the plus minus because his shooting was so important. So important. Jordan Clarkson kept this Jazz team. That's actually a sign of where plus minus doesn't matter as much because minus 10 for Jordan Clarkson does not tell the story. The minus 10 comes from Derek Favors, who had a really rough night. Derek Favors was a minus 8 tonight. Derek Favors was 0 for 1 from the field. He was 0 for 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 fouls. He had 0 points, 0 blocks. He had 0 rebounds. Derek Favors had the worst game he's ever had as a Jazz man tonight. It was rough. Guys, we had more guys subscribing. Alan, all the other ones, I missed it. Steven, welcome to the channel. I missed it. Ben, welcome to the channel. Sorry, I missed the other one, guys. I'm sorry, I tried. Derek Favors, really rough night. Derek Favors was really rough. George Niang also really rough. 0 for 4 from 3. Another sign that plus minus doesn't tell you much. He was a plus minus of 0. He was really rough. Oh, it was rough. But Derek Favors was just, it was bad. It was bad. And Rudy Gobert Rudy Gobert played 36 minutes tonight. It should have been 40 because Derek Favors just got absolutely toasted. He was a toasted marshmallow out there tonight. It was not good. And he's looked really good this playoffs. So hopefully he can figure it out. Sometimes you just have a bad night. But Jordan Clarkson, absolutely masterful tonight. He was great. Jordan Clarkson, big time shooting. That 6 for 9 from 3 is as much a reason we won as anything. You've got the Donovan Mitchell monster numbers. You've got the incredible Joe Ingles night. And then, like we said, Jordan Clarkson just hitting shots. That 3-point shot is so big. So big. And he's hitting it with consistency. I think Jordan Clarkson is healthy. After All-Star break, his numbers really dipped for the rest of the season. And I think part of that was that I think he had, he did. He rested. He had ankle turns. And I think he said he had 2 or 3 turns of that ankle that really affected him. And he looks healthy, and that shot is just looking clean. Jordan Clarkson, he hit monster shots tonight. And without Jordan Clarkson, the Jazz don't win tonight at all. 6th man of the year, man. 6th man of the year, no doubt. And guess this other guy. We mentioned his name before. Maybe you guys can guess. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to miss. Let's see. Okay. Sorry, I missed some donations. I'm sorry. Okay. Robert Hall, 199. Thank you, sir. Flamethrower emoji. 6th man of the gods of fire. Yeah, flamethrower emoji would be cool. I like that. For Jordan Clarkson. JT Buckets Wardell, $2. Thank you, sir. Not James using my phrase push off P. I like the emoji, by the way. Yeah, push off P, man. They let him do whatever he wants with his arms. It's crazy. It's wild. It's actually wild. I don't think there's anyone in the league that gets to use full extension of their arm like freaking Heisman Trophy guy, like Paul George. It's insane. He just gets to do whatever he wants. It's wild. Kyler Johnston, 199. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It came in the blue for some reason. That's kind of a fun color. I like blue. Kyler Johnston, $5, man. Thank you, sir. You've been incredible tonight. Thank you, Kyler. You don't have to do that, but thank you. I really believe what Shaq said to Donovan earlier in the year lit a fire for Donovan to prove he can lead a team to a championship. Maybe. Why not? It might have made him mad. Donovan runs off of anger sometimes. He gets pissed and he just like takes it to another level. Donovan doesn't back down from anyone. He doesn't. He's not afraid of you. He's not afraid of Shaq. He's not afraid of Beverly. He's not afraid of Kawhi. He will go at anybody and he will score in your face. He will. He will put down 37 on your head. It's incredible. Donovan's been amazing. And I just had a thought, but you know what? Donovan is like playing a game where he doesn't have his explosiveness quite as he did before because he is a tiny bit hobbled, a tiny bit, although you wouldn't know by his numbers. Unbelievable. But it's almost like he's just being craftier. It makes me think that he's going to be this incredible guy for another 10 years because instead of just like going up and cramming it on somebody, he's like making shifty moves to get the layup, or he's settling for like the shots that he knows he can knock down, like whether it's that right side pull up, free throw line pull up, or just the right corner three. It's just like he pulls up and he buries it, top of the key three. I can't remember the quadrant sectional of the court, but he just has that pull up where he gets the screen and he has such incredible balance and form. It's just beauty. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Furby Jr., you want the dog? Audrey's in her crate. She has been a frustrating puppy today. Audrey has been frustrating. Guess what? She did get her bones that you guys provided with her. Audrey has been enjoying her bones, but she has been also enjoying chewing my kids' toys and also my daughter's dress up. By the way, we were late tonight because the Tooth Fairy had to visit my daughter. And I snuck in there like freaking Metal Gear Solid and got that dollar under the pillow. You can say, shout out to me. 4 kids, never been caught. Except one time. All right, story, sidetrack. If you're putting that dollar under the pillow and your kid wakes up as you do it, you give them a hug and say, oh, I just love you so much. And then you sneak back out and you go back in an hour or 2. That happened to me one time. Never been caught. Never been caught. No shucking, no jiving. I like it. $4.99. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yes, Mission Impossible style. If Mission Impossible was probably 15 pounds overweight and not a full head of hair. Zintas, $5. Mitchell may not have the MVP of the year, but he should get the MVP of the playoffs. Oh, man, Furby Jr., you guys give out 50s? You guys are nice. Or is that 50 cents? We give out $1. It's $1. It's pretty good. Mitchell may not have the MVP of the year, but he should get the MVP of the playoffs. He might get, guess what? You know what, Zintis? You're right. And thank you for the $5. You know what he might get? Finals MVP. Should we end on that? Because that's the MVP that matters most, right? Guess what? If you could award any player on your team any award, what would it be? You know what it would be for me? Finals MVP. Because you know what that means? You won the finals. So that's what I want to see, guys. Finals MVP. And by the way, Vegas just upped the odds for Donovan Mitchell to like second in the league. It's like number 2 in the league for finals MVP for betting. I think number 1 is like Kevin Durant. People are noticing. Now let's just hope that he can be healthy. That's the only question. I think that's everything tonight, guys. I don't want to talk. Don't want to talk. Of course I want to talk. I don't have anything else to talk about, I think, honestly. Utah played an incredible game, and this was without Mike Conley. So what happens when Mike Conley comes back and you have shot making from him and you can like squeeze out the bad minutes? Like you can squeeze out some of those George Niang minutes and fill those in with Mike Conley. You'll probably have less Miaoni and more shot creation and assists from Mike Conley assisting to Rudy Gobert and Otavio, welcome. Siroc, welcome. So Mike Conley coming back will be fantastic. Guys, that's all I got to say. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Join it if you would like. You get access to all the emojis. You get access to the chat where I know I keep saying this and I have failed, but I've got to figure out how to turn this chat on so that We can talk, but I got to figure that out. I know you guys have kind of mentioned that, and I've got to look it up. And I don't always have time to read every single comment. I try some, but it's like sometimes the comments are so fast. And we got 600 people watching right now. Welcome, everyone. If you're new, subscribe, join the channel. It's fun. It supports me and the channel, but it's also just a lot of fun. We do a lot of fun things. You can see what you get when you join. It's really great. Guys, like I said, like and subscribe. Oh, we can't forget. We got to thank our all-stars. We almost forgot, but we didn't. Pull this out at the end, just like Donovan Mitchell did for the Utah Jazz. Let's see. Let me pull this up really quick. I didn't do it because I lazed out. Anton Warren. Let's see. Did we get a nickname for Anton? We got to get one. Anton Warren. The W stands for wins, baby. Anton Warren. There we go. That's Anton. Anton W. Warren, baby, for W's, for wins. Zintas. X marks the spot for Zintas. Ezekiel Raisibe, my dude from down under, right? Was it Australia or New Zealand? I can't remember. I might be wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. But Ezekiel, let me know in the comments if you're watching. JT Buckets were actually in the video. Ezekiel, let me know in the video or tweet at me on Twitter. I see all my tweets, by the way, guys. If you follow me on Twitter, I will see your tweets. I check them all because I'm an insanity person. JT Buckets Wardell, Austin R. Grant, editor extraordinaire, Eric C. The C stands for champion. Kelsey Hamer, the hammer. Donald Schooley, schooling all of us. Cody Strickland, strictly the best. Super Mitt Robach, DW to CB, Darren Williams to Carlos Boozer. Jorge Arrizaga, mi amigo de abajo. Lee Christensen driving home with the fierce ferocity of someone like Karl Malone going to the hoop. Shan Therick, chant his name, baby. Ryan Perry, the legend. Justin Time H. Patrick Kakubo, my buddy from the buffet. Robert Hall, my dude on Twitter with the gifts. DW Jazz going all the way. Let's see. Did I see here? Ezekiel, are you there? You might be watching this afterwards. Or just tweet at me. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't already, join. It's a lot of fun. Tonight was a blast. Big time Jazz win. Let's all do a seance to help Donovan Mitchell's ankle. If any of you could sacrifice your ankle and then ship it to Donovan Mitchell in some way so that it can help him, I would appreciate it. If you don't, maybe you're being a little selfish. I don't know. Maybe. Probably a little selfish of you not to sacrifice your bodies for Donovan Mitchell in strange ways. Anyways, like and subscribe to the channel. You guys are amazing. All of you, the donations, unbelievable. You don't have to do that, but I appreciate it. You're incredible. Love all of you. Love fest. This is getting weird. It's time to end.